Oh, it's Kat. If you're getting this on a replay, just fast forward as I try to get everything set up so I can see my chat. I'm actually using my computer today to see my chat, to see how this works. Hi, Jan. How are you? Let's see. I'm not centered. There we go. Hi, April. Hi, Tina. So I'm working on my Halloween altered book, and I decided to take a break and show the finished last journal I made. If we can stay online, it's buffering on my end. Okay. So can you see it clearly? It is using some papers I found on Etsy, as well as some of the papers from the English Rose Garden collection. So the cover. I think it turned out cute. And the spine, I actually got them straight. I'm so proud of myself. And then there's the back. Thank you, Jan. You never know with my internet. And then I took a square doily and made it into a rectangle. And then this is from the paper pad from the English Rose Garden. And then I did this button because it just needed some dimension. And then inside, I'll lay it down so I can flip the pages. I made this tag, butterflies, and this lace stuff. I don't know what it's called. It's in a roll from, I think I got it at Walmart for like a $2.98 or something. So cool. So I did that, and then this I printed off of Google, and I printed it double-sided and made an envelope, and then just stuck some card in there to write them. I love that pattern. I think it's so pretty. And then I just did cutouts from the paper pad and applied them there onto the pocket. And then this is a cutout that I backed onto some of the purple dyed paper. And this is tiny little thing, great big blessings. Hi, Sandra. And then I made a flip up, and I used one of those little jewels from Dollar Tree. And I did the same stamp because I thought it was pretty. Some of the lace behind it, inked it up with purple. And you just flop it down so you can write. And then over here it says, every act of love is a work of peace, no matter how small, Mother Teresa. And these papers are all Kool-Aid. No, I'm sorry, not Kool-Aid. I heard Dana, I'm going to go talk about Kool-Aid. What's that stuff called? Food coloring. We food colored, sprayed them, and baked them. Doily. And then another piece of that paper I cut off. I made a little tuck, and then I printed this from Google or Pinterest. It's a field of lavender. Some more of that paper. I love how the little details of the splotches. No, this is one of the journals I made, Sandra. I'm working on my altered book, but I'm taking a break. Then it's a glassine bag, and then I made this little envelope out of some of the leftover paper, and just put this little card in there to write on. And it just slips in there, maybe. My fingers feel numb. I have so much glue on them. Excuse me. This one we used a little bit of blue and red. Yes, it's a junk journal type journal. And then this one says, I love you to the moon and back. I thought that was a cute saying. Just an extra piece of paper. Thank you, Sandra. Yeah, they are totally, completely different. This is my favorite style of journal to make, is junk journal. And then I just printed this flower off of, I want to say Google, but I'm not 100% positive. Fussy cut it out and applied it to the page. Oh, I gotta fix that. I didn't notice that. Like that. And then this is a tea bag that I altered with a napkin. And it flips open and you can put a tag. I can find something here. 5,000 things in my house and I can't find a tag. It won't match, but you can stick something down in there. And then, I don't know if you can see this, but this tea bag thing I cut out, and it is actually a stamp that says handmade for you, Perfectly Imperfect Crafts by Kat. I thought it fit on there well, and it went with the book, so. And then I stamped everything is going to be okay. And I made this envelope out of some of the paper that I dyed. And I used some of my washi tape to give it a little bit of trim. And that is the signature. If you can see down in there, that is where the signature is hidden at. The sewing is hidden at, rather. There's a lot of room for writing. Hey Dana, how are you? And then this is just a fussy cut flower that I got from Google. It may have even been one of Jan's. I'm not sure. Yes, I'm selling this journal. Probably $40. And this is an image from what's it called? Google. Is it buffering for y'all? And then the butterfly image is a cutout from the paper pad. So depressing. Well, it doesn't say it's buffering here, so okay. I'm gonna keep going. Yeah, I'm bugging. I think it's me, Sandra. My stupid cat. How do I do that, Jan? Let me check my internet. Oh, not me, the people. See, I'm stupid. I think it's mine though. On my end, I've got a circle and I'm stuck, so if it doesn't work. Okay. Are you guys seeing it? Because mine is stuck on my end from what I'm seeing, but my chat is live, so. Okay. Let me see if I can do that on this computer so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so this is just a piece of the paper that I cut and glued down to give it decoration. Okay, now I'm better. Then I've got another doily, another piece of the paper, and then I made this envelope, and this is just a piece of paper I used to make a belly band, another little faux envelope, if you will, where you can write. And then these are some flowers I got at that flea market that I went to. It slides in there, and that's the back page of the first signature. And then this first page of the signature, I love the pansies. My sister was a pansy. She wasn't a pansy, she loved pansies. God, I'm such an idiot. Anywho, I made this tag, and it's got a little pocket on there. It's that gauze paper that I bought, and it slides in behind this pocket. It flips up, and you can journal. And it says, throw kindness around like confetti. So I'm going to speed up. Hopefully this will keep working. And another doily. More of the dyed paper. Excuse my arm. And then it says, do what you love here. And this is some lavender. Thought that was cute. I got that off of Etsy. Thank you, Sandra. And then this is just a little flip-up book that I used. Had one little inch of that paperback square. Cut it in here, or stuck it on here with some lace behind it, and it goes in this glassine bag. Yeah, sorry about that phone. And then this is an iris that not an iris, calla lily, I think is what they're called. I used it as a tuck spot with just some of the extra paper. And it says, Jan's favorite quote, the best is yet to come. And I was trying for purples, but it came out a little pinky, but I like it. Another envelope for the center of the signature. And then on the back of it, it has a tag or a flip down. Etsy has stuff for sale, Sandra. Some people have a few things on there that they give as freebies when you buy something from their shop. But yeah, most of it's for sale. It's like digital downloads, and some things you can physically order to come to your house. I get a lot of digital papers from there. And so, and then this, I just stamped some flowers on it to give it some dimension. Then a belly band. You're welcome. And then this was a cutout from some paper I ordered or printed from Google, as was this one. I thought it was pretty. And it's just a journaling spot. And then this one is a cutout, fussy cut image. It says think different. Cards in there to journal on. Excuse me. And then, oh, my fingers, everything's sticking together. Another doily. It says have courage, be kind there. And then another piece of the pansy paper. And the other side of that card. And then this is a piece of paper from one of those Dear Lizzie pads I got at AC Moore. And this, I'm just going to put a glassine bag on it. I was just waiting for it to dry. So, I'm doing good, Laurel. How are you? So there's the back side again. And I took a music note stamp, and I stamped onto the back. And then it says Postal Service, United Kingdom. And then the bird. And it's stamped around it too. Ew, summer colds are no fun. So, I don't know. I think it turned out pretty good. I don't know if I'm going to put a closure on it yet. Sometimes I just can't decide. I can show you again. I'll flip through it again. I'll try to go slow because it's just flip ups and flip downs so you can write. The little stamping. Most of the pages are dyed with food coloring, and then I printed some images from Google and some stuff I got from Etsy to decorate with. That's a lot of space to journal. So and the envelopes that I made. I love making envelopes. So I was hoping Jamie would jump on here, but just extra paper for journaling. And the word stickers that I got are on here are from that Carpe Diem. I don't know how you say it. From this. I buy word stickers whenever I can. Whenever I can find them affordable. I know I can print them out, but sometimes it's just very faster. And this is a tea bag. This is my stamp, Laurel, that I bought that says handmade for you, Perfectly Imperfect Crafts by Kat. Fit on the little end of the tea bag, and this is just covered with, it's an actual tea bag that I covered with a napkin. And then I used washi tape to give this envelope that hides the signature or sewing in it. And this image is from Google or Etsy, I don't remember which. I'm thinking Google. And then this is just a cutout from paper pad that is called English Rose Garden from Michaels. It's my favorite paper pad. And then this is just cut out to give it some information. Goodness gracious. Something pretty on the page. Oh, I can't think. And then this is like a faux envelope. Flip up, flip down. And it just hides behind this little belly band. And then there's two signatures in it. And then this is a flip up, flip down, but it's a pocket behind it. And I just used some fussy cut some flowers and made this little tag and stuck in it. And that paper is actually gauze paper that I bought at Pat Catan's. And this is a little side tuck, and this paper is from Google. Hi, Kathy. Whenever somebody named Kathy comes on, I'm thinking, oh, I'm talking to myself. And then this is just a little flip-up booklet with some paper with a lace behind it. Trying to learn to not make them so chunky. Yes, thumbs up. Thank you, Sandra. And then I printed this out and turned it into a tuck spot. And extra piece of paper from the cover to make a writing spot. And I hope I'm not boring those that's already seen it. And then another envelope that I made from the dyed paper. And this one I just used some stamps in different colors and shades. Flip up, flip down for an extra little spot. But I wanted it to make sure that somebody could actually journal in it, because I love to make journals, but I'd like to fill them so full that you have no space to write. And that's just some stamping I did. And then these came from Google. And then this is from a paper pad that I got at AC Moore from Dear Lizzie. I fussy cut that out, and it says think different. Thanks, Laurel. And then this is just a couple of the journaling cards that was in the paper pad. And doily, have courage, be kind, and then two more journaling card spaces. feel like this needs something, but I haven't decided what. And then this I'm going to put a glassine bag on to make space to put little items. And then, like I said, I did some stamping on there. So that is my journal. And I'm working on my altered book for Jan's Crazy Life. You can make a suggestion. Hi, Deb. I'm always open for suggestions. I don't know how to turn the autofocus off on my phone is the problem. I'm saving up for actual camera and then hopefully and computer, so then I can actually make a little better videos, but I don't know how you turn it off on this camera. Hey, Pam. Yeah, if I could figure out how to turn it off on here, I would so do it, because it absolutely is insane. But so I'll show you a sneak peek of the cover for my swap that I'm doing with Crazy Life for her Halloween book. So that's my cover. And I've just started putting, oops, that's upside down. That's the cover. Thank you. And then inside, I did this today. This is a, closes kind of like a document envelope. Let's beware the monsters. Some extra paper. And then this tucks in. And I use this stamp. This is the only Halloween stamp I own. And I bought it at, I want to say Michael's last year on clearance. I paid $1 for it. So I thought it was cute. I actually forgot I'd bought it. So I stamped all around the background of this. And then it's got this little charm that is a cat. I thought it was cute. And then this is digital paper from Etsy. This was in my stash. It's probably every bit of 20 years old. I decided to do a plain purple so I could put some stuff on it. And this is paper my daughter designed for me. And I printed it on the wrong side of the paper. And so I just took an extra piece of the book page and stamped it out onto there and made a cool image, I thought. So there is actually cardstock in behind it. There's black cardstock in behind it. And this is probably 20 years old as well. It was in a book thing that I got. And this one too. And then the witch's hat. And I was getting ready to put this one on black, on bright green, to give it strength, because I touched the paper and it had black ink everywhere. So that's where I'm at on that one. I've gotten some of my washi tape put in the center, so I'm having fun with it though, except for poking my fingers. Thanks, Sandra. I need to get paper started to put the fabric on. The fabric part was easy for me. It was the putting the washi tape on the centers. Washi tape and me do not always get along. It frustrates me because it doesn't want to stick. I put glue on it, and then I stick it to myself. So yeah, it's not my friend. But I thought it was cool. My daughter is going to school for graphic design, so she designed this paper. And she is going to design some more for me if she can get it done before she has to go back to college. So she drew the ghost in Illustrator, which I've tried. I can't do it. And then I don't know if you can see it in the background. She put there's a little design in the background too. So she's doing the next one. She said she was going to do was like bats and houses. Yeah, she wants to get to the point where she can actually design enough that if I open an Etsy store, she can join me. And sell some of her work, I hope. That would be awesome for a starving artist. She's very talented little girl. Well, she's not little anymore. She was almost 21, but scan what, Jan? She gave me the file for this, so but I'm gonna scan a bunch. Do a bunch more. Maybe actually make a kit. So I printed it on cardstock, and neither her nor I, neither one liked it because it turned out kind of gray instead. But on the, what's that called? Photo paper, it turned out really pretty. Yeah. So I think I may scan it and shrink it down, or shrink it down into some pockets or something. So that's what I'm working on. What are you all working on? Yeah, she's very, she loves art, Sandra. She loves it. She's, loved it since she was a little girl. Watching videos. Have you picked out your book yet, Deb? Or are you going to join the swap? Oh, and then I made this. I just haven't decided where I'm going to put it. I use that stamp on mixed media paper and oxide inks and alcohol inks. So I thought it turned out pretty cute too. I think it'll make good little pockets. Just decided to join today. I got mine at Tuesday morning, and I got one that had pictures in the middle of it. And let me tell you, they were a chore to get out of this book. They did not want to tear. It took me like 5 minutes to tear each one of those out. It was crazy. Sandra, I got book, fabric, stickers, and lace. Do you have a printer? Because if you have a printer, you can... Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it, Jan? It's like, oh. And then I stabbed myself with scissors trying to cut the imperfections out so that I could get washi tape on there. And I'm like, dang, they must use super glue. Because if you have a printer, you could download, and computer, you could download digital papers. That's what I'm doing because I can't find any Halloween paper here in town, so I resorted to my printer. I finally had to change one of the inks in it today, which is not bad for everything I've printed. So anyway, that is what I'm doing today. And I'm going to go back to working on this altered book and hopefully get the rest of the pages covered tonight so I can start actual decorating. That's my nemesis. I'm so used to making them all from scratch that having pages in there just sometimes boggles my mind. Because it's totally different than making your own junk journal. Not the same thing at all. So, anyway, well, thank you all for joining me. I know this was short, but my computer keeps buffering, so I'm hoping your alls didn't. Hi, Kennedy. We're going good. Yeah, I figured, Jan, I think you told me one time it was the interactions. It's just, I have sucky internet, but I try. Are you okay, Kennedy? I hope everything is going well for you and your family. But I'm going to jump off here and go back to what I was doing, and hope you all have a wonderful afternoon. Tearing the pages out of them, Deb. They didn't want to come out. It was like, see how bad this is? I don't know if you can see how bad that is stuck there, and so trying to get it out of there so it makes it easier for the washi tape, it's a chore. You're welcome. So yeah, I took scissors and cut it out as much as I can, and then I jammed the scissors into my finger. So bye, Jan. So I will talk to you all later. Thank you all so much for joining me. You all have a wonderful afternoon or evening, whichever part of the country you're in. Bye.